before we close out 2025, I want to pause and look at the data, not as a scorecard, not as a victory lap, just as information, right? Because numbers don't tell the whole story, but they do tell a story. And if you're willing to listen, they usually tell you what to do next. So let's talk about the audio version of the People Process Progress podcast. As of the end of 2025, the audio podcast has generated approximately 78,000 total listens across the full catalog. That's across multiple seasons, formats, evolutions of the show. When you average that out, the whole body of work, it's a few hundred listens per episode, depending on the season. Some episodes travel further, right? Some reach fewer people, but hit exactly who they're meant to. And the overall engagement in almost every episode is well above 80%. That means people stay to listen. What surprised me most wasn't the total, it was the reach, right? By the end of 2025, the audio podcast had reached people in over 138 countries. The top 5 of those countries are the United States, France, India, Singapore, and Canada. It's still pretty humbling, right? A show built around leadership, work, faith, movement, life, often through very local stories, is reaching people far beyond where it's recorded. What did they listen to most? What did you all listen to most? Well, when I looked at the most recent, the top 5, the first is the 7 Pillars Field Guide audiobook. The second is Tackling Scope Creep, People, Process, and Courage. Then How Technical Should Project Managers Really Be? Don't Throw the FEMA Baby Out with the Political Bathwater. And How Not to Brief the Public After a Disaster. Clear problems, clear frameworks, lived experience, less motivation, and more substance. It's a helpful signal for me as I plan the upcoming season. Let's talk about YouTube. On the video side, the reach is much broader, and I'm also much more consistent. Right, as at the end of 2025, YouTube content across this ecosystem has generated over 848,000 views, 3,000 hours of watch time, and 1,000 new subscribers. The content has reached viewers in 128 countries. The top 5 are the US, India, Great Britain, Canada, and Germany. Short-form content has carried most of that reach with the YouTube Shorts, the workouts, the cold plunge, the jiu-jitsu after-action report, which tells me something important. People will engage quickly when the message is clear and practical. What does this mean for 2026? I don't see this data as judgment. I see it as direction, right? It tells me clarity beats noise, frameworks beat hype, and people want to hear from the leaders who are actually doing the work, not just talking about it. So in 2026, the show is getting more focused, right? We'll rotate between short, structured solo episodes that I've been doing more recently and conversations with leaders and business owners that will continue to talk to you in the New River Valley. People who are quietly building, serving, coaching, running real systems in the real world. Same values, better rhythm, more grounded conversations. So if you've listened once or many times from nearby or from across the world, thank you. That time matters. I'm going to take a short pause and see you all in the new year. Until then, go to peopleprocessprogress.com to listen to this episode, back issues, to connect with me. You can follow me on X and Instagram at PennellKG, PNNELLKG, and go to the YouTube channel, People Process Progress, where you can get fitness ideas, cold plunge, and jiu-jitsu after action reports in a minute or less. And then we'll have some long-form videos like we did with my friend Adam, where we talked about his service as a police officer, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, and new business owner. Thank you all so much. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever you celebrate. And I hope you have a great rest of 2025 and are ready to get after it in 2026. Godspeed, y'all.